Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at Legend PERONA in episode 2 of the Legends of December 19, and taking her into two arenas, that is Arena Caesar and the new Arena Luffy. So the first half of this video, we are taking double PERONA into Arena Caesar. So this is the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Alright, so unfortunately I had to use the Bandai Friend Captain. I did get lucky on this run though, and I did get the interrupt, so I got all my cooldowns. But because I had the Bandai Friend Captain, I just wanted to fast forward to stage 3 against Caesar. That's where this event starts to get a little bit tricky, so I thought, like, this is where we are going to start the adventure. We're going to talk about PERONA as a character. We're not actually going to talk about the arenas. I just wanted something to play in the background while we have a discussion about these particular characters, and I wanted to mix it up a little bit. I wanted to take on stuff that wasn't garbage challenges. I wanted to take on stuff that wasn't forests and whatnot, so I thought I would take on some arenas for a little bit of extra team building. So we're going up against Arena Caesar. Now, talking about PERONA as a captain. As a captain, she is a 4x captain to int, free spirit, and shooter, so she is quite a low captain, only being a 4 times. But if you do have a ability like defense down, delay, poison, or the negative ability that she can provide, you actually get an extra 1.2 or a 1.25 with her negative ability in play. So that way you can actually get a lot more damage as it multiplies into itself, and that 4 times becomes something like a 5.2 times captain, which means that you can output a lot more damage. Like, and when I say a lot more damage, it's significantly more damage, which is really, really nice. The downside to PERONA as a captain is, as you can see here on this particular stage against Caesar, the 4 times multiplier is very, very low. 4 times is very outdated. We haven't had a 4 times multiplier in a very long time. And unfortunately, because 4 times is quite low, it means that mob stages, early stages of stuff like arenas and clashes and stuff can be a little bit tricky for PERONA. The best situation that you can put her in is in a hybrid situation. She does have very good classes being colors and classes being int, free spirit, and even shooter nowadays really isn't that bad. In the second half of this video, you guys are going to see her being hybrided up with something like the new Nami and Usopp, which can actually guarantee you a delay mechanic, which is really, really nice. So that way you can actually get that 1.2 times just by having a friend captain and just by hitting over a certain margin. PERONA's abilities, they're very unique and very intricate. And with PERONA, she's just really not my play style when it comes to the way that she operates. She's definitely not bad. She's just not super straightforward. And when it comes to team building, you really have to sort of design her to the content. And you really have to be quite intricate in the way that you put your teams together. She can get access to her own negative ability, which is great, through her special and through her super typing. Her super typing is pretty easy to get. All you have to do is pop 2 specials and you can activate her super typing. She'll apply the negative effect for 10 turns onto a single enemy or onto a stage of enemies. Now, that's normally that sounds pretty good on paper, but the downside to that is you normally only hang around on a stage for something like 1 turn. So the 10 turns doesn't see all that much play. As you can see, we apply it to Brownbeard here. We have 10 turns of the negative effect, but we're only going to be on this stage for 1 turn. It doesn't carry over. It would be much, much more beneficial if it gave like a perfect or a clock buff that actually applied it on the next turn. So that way you could carry it through stages. It would just make her a little bit more viable, in my opinion, of getting that extra damage in her captain. But nevertheless, it is what it is when it comes to her super typing. But she does also rotate unfavorable or colored orbs. So strength, dex, quick, psi, and int orbs. She is going to rotate with her super typing as well. So you can get a full board orbs when you do come up against things like a full board unfavorable slots or whatnot, which you guys will actually see on this second turn of Caesar. On this stage of Caesar is a good showing of when her negative effect actually works wonderful. When there is the damage limiter, as you can see on this Caesar stage, when the damage limiter is in play, the negative effect is actually quite nice because it forces us to hang around on a stage when there is a limiter. So for example, on this Caesar stage, we do need to stay around here for 3 turns. So getting that negative ability on either turn 1 or turn 2 is actually going to see some viability because we are going to have to hang around here on the next turn. Now I need to actually use PERONA's ability on the second turn. That way we can rotate all of these unfavorable slots. And that way we can get a full board orb as well. But that's just one example of where that actual ability may see some play. PERONA's captain is not exactly the most desirable part of her kit. It's more her special that comes into play, as she can be a conditional boost for that negative effect or any other effect in the game. That's where she truly shines. In a hybrid situation, not really as a dual captain, as the double 4 times is very, very low, unless you have something like this negative effect. Very similar to like the new Nami and Usopp. If you can make her work in her best circumstance of having the negative effect, she is going to be fairly decent. But when you don't have that, she's not going to be outputting a lot of damage, and she will struggle on fodder stages. Nevertheless, she did manage to take down Caesar with double PERONA. And with that said, let's move on to a hybrid situation where we can showcase her in a better light. Alright, so moving on to the second half of the video, we are taking on Arena Luffy, the actual newest arena that is over here on the Japanese side of the game. And in the second half of the video, we are using PERONA with a hybrid Nami and Usopp. Nami and Usopp boost Free Spirit and shooters as well. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive in. Alright, so once again, we are over here on stage 3. And this is where the content gets obviously to the point where like it gets a little bit juicy and it's sort of not just stalling. As I was saying at the back end of the first half of the video, the most desirable aspect of PERONA is actually her special ability. She gives a 3 turns of a 3.25 chain lock, and she also gives a conditional boost, a 2 times conditional boost to every condition in the game besides burn, and obviously the new paralysis condition. So what she can actually do is she can give a 2 times conditional to defense down, delay, the negative effects, strong poison, any condition she actually gives a conditional boost for, which is actually really nice. And with the new Nami and Usopp, PERONA actually shines a little bit nicer, because in the captain ability of Nami and Usopp, they can actually delay, which means you can actually get access to her 5.2 multiplier a lot easier just by bringing a friend captain. It's actually amazing how well these two characters actually work together. And this is an instance of what I mean by these, like the hybrid capabilities of PERONA shining. She's a free spirit, she is a shooter, she is an in character, so she does have a lot of characters that she can hybrid up with. And because of that, she can see play in terms of being a captain in a very nice hybrid situation. With the new Nami and Usopp, she just shines very, very well, as her special ability is very, very strong. The 3 turns of a chain lock, any character that does 3 turns of a chain locks are always really, really nice, because you can carry it into the next stage without having any issues of the enemy removing it as a negative defect, which is really, really nice. She also gives that conditional boost, which is absolutely amazing. It's unparalleled, as no other character can actually do that in the game. In terms of what she does, though, she's not a desirable summonable unit, in my opinion. And out of the Halloween Legends, I don't rate her that highly. She can do some marvelous things if you put the team together very, very well. But the amount of brain power that you do need to put these characters together, it's not like it's like a Toki situation with brain power. It's like you need to like calculate damage numbers. And for the same issue that I have with Nami and Usopp, she sort of just falls off a little bit in what she can do and what she can provide. It's not that she's not a good character by any means. It's not that she cannot output massive damage, because in Kazuna, this character is an absolute weapon. She's such a good character. But you're really only using her in a hybrid situation to get the maximum ability out of her. And unfortunately, because of that, she's just not that exceptional as a character. But nevertheless, she's a lot of fun. She can do some really cool things. And she's the first PERONA legend in the game. But that's going to wrap up the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on PERONA in the comment section below. And while you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button for me. If you are new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button. But guys, most importantly, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's